Spawning in the top left corner. Able to bust out of the Blink Stalkers, move across the map with his superior tech, and win the first game. Can he do it again and take the championship? Is a yellow Protoss player in the top corner of Polar Knight. It is Ron Paul. I just had an axle toss introduction this thing that was awful. Let me do this one. Receiving incoming transmission. Thank you, phone. And in the bottom right-hand corner of Polar Knight, the pink Protoss player that needs to win 2 games in a row to keep his tournament hopes alive and try to snag a championship. He only played PvP this night and lost his first game last time. Is he going to lose another game now? We'll see what he has in store for this map. It is the pink Protoss player, Dark Templar. Scanning for proxies right away as well. And music enabled. Bam. All hotkeys. All that stuff. Also, I'm going to share something with you guys. On a random note, you know how when you're in game you can like open up this menu? Normally? I didn't know there was a hotkey for it for the longest time. So, whenever I needed to talk to like Dale or something in game, like I would be set to busy so that, you know, this stuff doesn't show up in the game. I recently was like going through my hotkeys and learned there was one, and I just freaked out. So, I'm very happy to learn that Alt 11 brings up that menu in this interface. H displays the hit bars on and off, as long as you don't have things selected. Control C, Control V, Shift C, Control M, Control S, Z, Shift Z. All dim hotkeys. Oh, yeah, that's some pretty low EPM. Not gonna say anything about that. Anyway, Dark Templar going to be the one, the first scout out. We've seen a lot of PvP at this point. I don't really feel like I need to exhaust the points that are being made. Dark Templar going for the more defensive wall off. Probably looking to hide something. I think we saw him do that on Ultrazim. Cybernetics core way ahead for Ron Paul with the earlier gateway. See if he can make something out of that again. He's enemy chrono boosting warp gate right away. Sending out his probe. Oh, sorry, that's Dark Templar's probe. Now he's sending out his zealot. Might be sending out his probe. And yeah, a lot of chrono boost saved up. There's just not a whole lot to say because both players are kind of doing the same thing. Lack of a gas here. Lack of a gas here. Both players are leaning towards aggression. Here goes the second gateway and the third gateway. So this is definitely going to be some 3-gate pressure. Also, when I'm following a building, I think it looks really cool to do this. Alright, anyway. Oh, it's a 4-gate. Oh, Ron Paul. You man. I was thinking that might be what you could be doing off of 1 gas. Dark Templar taking the second gas. His warp gate is way behind. All the chrono boosts are being dumped in. And this is going to be intense because Ron Paul's actually hitting this perfectly. This is going to be at 5 minutes and 45 seconds. He will have 6 stalkers and a zealot. And he'll have another warping round getting ready to go. It's a very aggressive pylon, though. I kind of feel like he could throw that pylon a little bit further back. The gateways are finishing up. Warp gate's finishing up as well. And this is going to get very exciting very quickly. Ron Paul already going to try to get some work done with this initial stalker and zealot. The stalker taking a lot of damage from the zealot, though. Now it's 2 stalkers and a zealot against 1 zealot. That was a little bit of a miss micro there from from Ron Paul. Big Q there from Dark Templar. I think that Ron Paul really should have waited, and also that waited the zealot down to give him vision of the pylon. But the other pylon is in the main base right now. It's got the high ground vision. Oh, another gateway's being made right now. He's going to try to out-micro this zealot right away, but the zealot does so much DPS right now. The stalker in the front is going to go down right away. Another micro being back. A stalker being warped in from Dark Templar. Or sorry, oh god, that was Ron Paul's. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's look at Dark Templar's vision right now. He is the green. The enemy, Ron Paul, is in the red. In the units tab, we have 3 stalkers to 1. We need to see if Dark Templar can have the craziest micro to pull this off. The probes are being pulled. They're losing a lot of mining time as well. A stalker being warped in. Another stalker being warped in. He's trying to do what he can, but at the same time, there's about to be another warping round ready. 3 zealots coming on in, surrounding the probes. Dark Templar is doing what he can. He took out the stalkers. He can out-micro these zealots eventually, but how many probes has he lost? He's lost 9 probes. The zealots doing what they can against these stalkers. Another stalker coming on up. In the units lost tab, we see Ron Paul getting really far behind, actually. And I think that Dark Templar is holding this off. Yeah, even worker count. Oh, Dark Templar super held this off. pulling the probes and everything. He does lose a stalker there. He better not lose another stalker. One of the stalkers being microed back from Dark Templar. And another reason I'm doing... Oh, he's walking in there. He gets one, but he might lose two. He takes two. He doesn't lose one. And now it's 3 against 1. Now it's 3. Oh, 3 against 1. Very good play from Dark Templar. Completely outplaying his opponent just then. And now he has fought his way into the lead. And he has established his proxy pylon on the other side of the map. We need to see exactly what he's doing. He's got to try to do some counter damage right now. He's adding on his extra gateways, and phase 2 has now commenced. He's only gotten minerals. He's not mining any gas right now, so he can only afford one more stalker before he needs to start mining that and continue probe production. And keep in mind, Ron Paul is not building any sentries. It's going to be very difficult to keep Dark Templar from busting up this ramp. And Ron Paul trying to get a probe out, but Dark Templar spots it, kills it immediately. Immediately. Now he's coming home. He's building a Nexus. Okay. Okay. I think he just felt like he missed the timing. That's fine. I would like to have seen him just get a soft contain like he was doing before. He was not the one that got screwed with that in the other PvP on this map. The one that was in the... That was Gorman, I believe. Sentries are now being forced to be warped in from Ron Paul, which are going to fall off later in the game. He's not really going to want those unless he's going to be able to get some utility out of them now, and he won't be able to. So Dark Templar are just going to play it safe and try to take a lead with a Nexus instead. So Ron Paul moving out, going to try to take some more map control with some more proxy pylons. Oh my god. I'm back. Oh, and instantly going for the robotics facility, knowing that in that last game he failed because he just didn't have Robotech. And he doesn't have the best blink micro in the world, and that's fine to admit. None of us have the best blink micro in the world. So you need Robotech to do what you can. Now Ron Paul going to be taking out Dark Templar's proxy pylon, going to be establishing one of his own. And when he sees this Nexus, he's going to be like, poopsicles. Flanders. I don't think he can really do anything about it. Mothership core is not out, so there won't be a photon overcharge, fortunately, for him. But, I mean, it's just a lot of stalkers against a bunch of zealots that don't have charge. And Ron Paul is going very zealot heavy, and zealots do have a lot of DPS if you can get some good force fields off, but it's not blink. There's only one sentry with force fields. It's going to immediately spend all of its energy on the Guardian Shield. There are no force fields. There's actually one more sentry that spends one energy on force field that is completely whipped. The stalker's trying to fight up the ramp. They can't really kite up the ramp. They're in the move command, taking a lot of hits from those zealots right away. And I don't know what Ron Paul's doing right now. I think that he should be trying to focus the Nexus, but instead he's got half of his zealots fighting the stalkers and just taking damage and barely getting anything out of return. He's got another half of his army trying to fight the Nexus just because he's on an attack move. He's got his sentry with no energy, and Dark Templar getting one stalker caught. I think that Ron Paul will take this Nexus. I'm not sure. He's got 9 zealots against 9 stalkers. He's also got 6 additional stalkers with that, and that base is going to go down. Dark Templar is just sacrificing that for now. This man loves his stalkers. Holy crap, man. Give him mono battle stalkers. He'll play it, and Nexus goes down. Zealots are going to try to do what they can. There's another additional warp in from Ron Paul. There is not a force field on the sentry just yet. It is at... sentry, where are you? It's at 48 energy. It has one more force field, and Ron Paul has reestablished map control. He has not added on any additional infrastructure except for his 4 gates, and this is the part of PvP where the mains start getting to get mined out. But of course, stalkers on the move command. Dark Templar, what were you doing there? The throws, don't do that to yourself. He's trying to micro as hard as he can, but half of the stalkers from Ron Paul aren't even firing. There is a force field. The Immortals are starting to come out just now. Oh goodness, if Dark Templar had been able to come to the side right here and just get a force field on that ramp, he would have taken such a big lead just then. I don't know if he would have won the game with it, but he could have done what he could. Ron Paul's going to try to make the Mothership core right now, going to try to get some high ground vision. Dark Templar taking out his frustration on those bricks. Ron Paul trying to break... Jesus Christ. Dark Templar trying to break down the ramp, and Ron Paul saying no. Those zealots in the back are not doing anything very much. The stalkers don't have blink, but the Immortal can do a lot of firepower, and the zealots can't. The zealots are just kind of stuck in there, and I'm losing my voice. I'm rambling on my words because there's so much action going on. 1 stalker goes down, 2 stalkers go down, 3 stalkers go down. There's the money force field! There it is! Zealot's finally able to get up, get so much DPS on that Immortal. Look at its HP drop, and good game! Ron Paul takes the 2-0 and wins the SCV Rush Bronze, Silver, Gold number 95, and I have sufficiently yelled a lot